Welcome to The Deep Dive, where we slice through the latest info to bring you the core insights. Today, we're plunging into a fresh set of updates for that expansive online world that just keeps growing and surprising us. Black Desert.
That's right. We're looking at the big September 5th announcement.
Yeah, specifically focusing on the second major update to the Edania region, and also a whole host of quality of life improvements alongside it.
Exactly. We're going to unpack new stories, some pretty challenging new content, and system changes that are really designed to streamline your adventure.
Make things smoother, hopefully.
Yeah, make your gameplay smoother than ever, ideally.
Okay, no, just a quick heads up for everyone listening. These details are straight from the Black Desert Lab, that's the test server.
Right, so it's a fantastic preview, but some things might get tweaked, minor adjustments before they actually hit the live servers.
Good point. So whether you're a seasoned veteran or maybe just looking for the latest intel, this deep dive should arm you with everything you need to know.
Let's get right into it.
Okay, so our journey starts in Edonia, right? Where the story's really expanding.
Yeah, dramatically expanding, actually. This is the second chapter, and these additions aren't just like tacking on new quests. They really enrich the whole player journey.
No, so more choices, is it?
More choices, deeper lore, definitely.
So these new main quest lines, Tenebrum, Zephyros, and Edania itself, how do they weave into what's already there? What do players need to look out for entry-wise?
Well, players should find they unfold pretty naturally. They're basically extensions of the Edania outside story arc.
Okay.
Each one has specific prerequisites, usually needing you to finish earlier major Edania stories like Aetherian Return,
All right.
or maybe the Orbita or Nymphomera quest arcs you might have already done. It's designed so it feels like one continuous, evolving story.
That sounds like quite a journey. And I saw something about voiceover dialogue progression. That sounds interesting for immersion.
Yeah, it's a neat feature. You can basically just hit tab, and the story moves forward along with the spoken dialogue.
So less clicking through text wall.
Exactly. It makes it feel much more like you're in an interactive story, less like just reading.
Nice. But the story isn't just expanding, it's also getting more personal with this new Edania adventure log, offering real choices.
Absolutely. So, after you finish Hakinsia Sanctuary and Aetherian, you hit this kind of crossroads.
A choice.
A pivotal choice, yeah.
Yep.
You decide whether to follow the Orbita, Nymphomere, or the new Tenebrum narrative next.
And you have to stick with one.
That's the crucial part. Once you commit to one story path, you have to see it through to the end before you can pick up another one.
Okay, so it really lets you dive deep into that specific arc.
Exactly. Gives your journey a unique flavor based on the path you pick.
That's great player agency. And the story previews themselves sound pretty cool. Tenebrum, something about a darkening war, Black Spirit's power involved.
Yeah, very mysterious. Then Zephyros talks about ancient fragments, a journey to the land of Vermilion to find truth.
And Edania itself is like the culmination, the big reveal.
Supposedly revealing the world's ultimate truth. Yeah, Destiny calling, all that epic stuff.
Okay. Beyond the main story, what else is there? Any side stuff? Exploration?
Oh yeah. You'll find new Adana's legacies hidden in Tenebrum and Zephyros castles.
Legacies.
Rewards, special rewards, yeah. And you can get primeval fragments and gold bars for passing certain trials linked to them.
Nice.
Plus, there are over 30 new subquests scattered throughout Edania. So, plenty of side content to keep you busy, lots to explore and uncover.
Right, hours and hours of content. Okay, so more story, more choice, more exploring. But exploration in Black Desert usually leads to, well, fighting.
Usually does.
And this update brings two really challenging new weekly bosses, doesn't it?
It does indeed. 2 new boss subjugation zones. Tenebrum Castle, where you face Carthian,
Carthian, okay.
and Zephyros Castle, where Caphras is waiting. And these are definitely not for the faint of heart.
High gear requirement, I bet.
Exceptionally high in gear, yeah. We're talking attack power and defense power, well into the late 300s AP and mid 400s DP.
Wow.
Plus, you need red grade gear or higher, excluding artifacts and alchemy stones, and you can't use the Black Wolf mount either.
Okay, so this is where all those hours grinding really, really pay off.
Definitely endgame stuff.
Right, so these are weekly challenges. What's the strategy here? Because I heard you can only do one weekly boss across all the Edania castles.
That's the key strategic decision you have to make each week. You pick one weekly boss challenge.
Just one. Across Aetherian, Nymphomere, Orbita, Tenebrum, and Zephyros.
Correct. You pick your challenge, you enter a private instance through a dedicated UI. And here's a critical thing to remember.
What's up?
The Adana challenge tokens you get from beating the boss Mayong from Tenebron, Jekbon from Zephyros, they have a really strict 3-hour validity period.
3 hours, that's it.
That's it. So you need to be ready to use them pretty much right away for the next part of the challenge, which is claiming the throne.
Okay, that definitely has urgency.
Yeah.
What kind of loot makes these tough fights worth it?
Well, the rewards are geared towards that high-tier progression. You're looking at essential upgrade stuff like Adanis fragments, Guides crystals, crystallized energy of end, Kaphras stones.
The usual suspects for high-end enhancing.
Pretty much, plus consumables, gold bars. But the real prize, the thing people will chase, is the rare chance to get super coveted items.
Like what?
Like the Silent Primeval Crystal, Distorted Primeval Crystal, and the really valuable Flawless Guides Crystal, which ties into the new artifacts we'll talk about later.
Ah, okay, the Flawless Guides Crystal. Got it. Now, something really prestigious. The Throne of Edana. This sounds like ultimate endgame bragging rights.
It really is. Becoming an Adana.
How do you actually claim that title? What does it involve?
So first, you have to beat either the Tenebram or Zephyros weekly boss. That makes you eligible to challenge for the throne of that specific region.
Eligible? Okay, then what?
Then, the actual claiming happens in these intense challenges every Sunday.
Sunday showdowns.
Basically, yeah. The current Adana has to defend their title against other eligible adventurers. It's decided through combat, PvP. A new Adana is crowned each week if the challenger wins.
And you use those short-lived tokens to apply.
Exactly. You use the Mayong or Jekbon token you got from the boss kill.
Yeah.
And the entry conditions, gear-wise, are just as tough as the boss fight itself.
Intense, high-stakes PvP. Are the benefits just, like, symbolic? Or is there actual reward?
Oh, far from symbolic. The rewards are substantial, and Adana gets accumulated tax rewards.
Taxes from the region.
Yeah, potentially billions of silver collected from activities in that castle's region, plus a cut from secret room ticket sales. Tenebrum, for instance, has a 10 billion silver base, plus a tax percentage. Zephyros has a 15 billion base.
Billions, wow.
And on top of the silver, you get unique, very visible Adana's crowns, a literal symbol of your power and wealth to show off.
Glory, riches, and probably a massive target painted on your back.
Hey, definitely that too.
Okay, so beyond the weekly bosses, there are also new hunting grounds for, let's say, more regular monster slaying, but still high-end.
That's right, 2 new ones. First is Carthian's domain in Tenebrum Castle.
Okay, what's the vibe there?
It's guarded by soldiers empowered by Ancient Aedir's force. Story-wise, Carthian has resurrected and brainwashed a manticore there.
Sounds tough. Gear requirements?
Similar high-end AP and DP as the bosses, yeah. Around 390 AP, 450 DP recommended. It's a real gear check zone.
And the loot. What makes grinding there worthwhile?
The loot is incredibly desirable. Focuses on primeval fragments and crystals, strong ruin crystals, those guides and flawless guides crystals again.
Yeah.
But crucially, this zone drops a Deborika accessory.
All of them. Ring, necklace.
Ring, necklace, earrings, belt, the whole set can potentially drop there. That's massive for progression.
Wow, yeah, Deborika drops are huge. And you can get unique titles, too.
Yeah, specific titles for your achievements there, like Knowledge Seeker or Golden Guardian.
Cool. Okay, so that's Tenebrum. What about the second zone? Kaphras' domain. Sounds fiery.
It is. Zephyros Castle, Kaphras' domain, is described as a harsh wasteland. Lava, fire-breathing monsters, heavily influenced by Kaphras himself.
So more environmental hazards, maybe.
Seems like it. You need to destroy forbidden alchemy setups and spawning grounds. Requires similarly high combat stats, maybe slightly higher even. 395 AP, 460 DP recommended.
And the loot. Same big-ticket items.
The major loot table is identical to Tenebram, so yes, another critical source for Deborika accessories.
Okay, so players have 2 top-tier spots to hunt for Debrikas now.
Exactly. And Zephyros has its own set of unique titles too, like Ouchie or Blaze.
Ouchie. Okay. To round out the monster hunting, there are new weekly subjugation quests too.
Yep, weekly quests tasking you to purify Tenebram and Zephyros by killing 1,000 monsters in each zone.
1,000. Okay, a decent grind. Rewards.
Rewards like Strong, Ruined Crystal of Destruction, and Crystallized Energy of End. It's another reliable source for those progression materials. And again, specific APDP requirements to accept the quest, matching the zone difficulty.
Gotcha. So, with all this super high-level content, adventurers are definitely going to need the absolute best gear. Which brings us to the new artifacts.
Right. Powerful new artifacts for enhanced abilities. Players will be keen on this.
What do they call them?
We have the Guiding Kabua's artifact and the Guiding Dakia's artifact.
Hiding, so upgrades to the existing ones.
Exactly. Direct upgrades to the existing top-tier Kabua and Dekia artifacts. They offer even better all damage reduction from Kabua or all evasion from Dakia.
Which are crucial stats for surviving this new content.
Absolutely critical, yeah.
So how do you get these guiding versions? It involved that Flawless Guides crystal you mentioned earlier, right?
Correct. You need to craft the Flawless Guides crystal first.
And the recipe sounds expensive.
It requires a substantial amount of materials, yeah. Heating 100 Guides crystals, 100 sharp black crystal shards, 100 magic fragments, and 200 magic brightstone crystals.
Okay, so serious material sink.
Definitely. But once you have that flawless crystal, you use it to upgrade your existing Kabua or Dakia artifact into the guiding version.
And the stat boosts are worth it.
They're significant. Guiding Kabua's gets extra monster AP, monster damage reduction, and max HP. Guiding Dakia's gets all attack power and max HP. Solid boosts.
Important point though, can you sell these?
Ah, good question. No. These newly enhanced guiding artifacts cannot be registered on the central market.
So they become character-bound, soul-bound.
Pretty much, yeah, making them a personal progression goal. Though you can extract the Flawless Guides crystal back out using a Mirror of Balance from a blacksmith if you need to.
Okay, good to know there's an out. Right, let's switch gears a bit. Moving away from the hardcore Edenia stuff to some broader quality of life and progression enhancements. First up, contribution points, CP. This has been a hot topic.
Indeed it has. As the world keeps expanding now, players need more and more CP just to connect all the nodes. It was becoming a bottleneck.
So what are they changing?
They've adjusted the amount of contribution EXP needed to gain CP after you hit 501.
Making it harder or easier?
Harder. Significantly harder at the higher tiers. The EXP needed increases exponentially.
Okay, so what's the real impact? If you're already deep into the CP grind, say over 500?
Well, the change basically means that for every 25 CP, you gain past 525. So 525 to 550, 550 to 575. And so on the EXP needed to get just one more CP goes up by about 1.6 times each bracket.
Whoa, okay. That really stretches out the high-end grind.
It rebalances it, makes high CP feel more earned, I guess. But crucially, for adventurers who already have 501 or more CP.
Yeah, what happens to them?
Their current CP total will be proportionally adjusted upwards when the update hits live on September 10th. It's based on their existing CP and the EXP they had towards the next point.
So you don't lose progress. You might actually gain CP.
Exactly. For example, someone at 501 CP with maybe 10% EXP might find themselves at 505 CP after the adjustment. It protects existing investment.
That's a big relief for high CP players. It rebalances the top end, but gives current players a boost. Any future plans for CP mention?
Yeah, they did mention looking ahead. They plan to potentially reduce the EXP needed for CP below 500.
Ah, making it easier for newer players to catch up a bit.
Right. And also increasing the overall amount of contribution EXP you earn from various activities. So making it easier across the board eventually, but especially smoothing out the early to mid progression. It's a more holistic approach.
Okay, that sounds like a positive direction overall. Next, QOL improvement. Simplified enhancement using Advice of Valks. This is huge. Gear enhancement can be frustrating.
Understatement of the year for many, I think.
Yeah, enhancing high-level gear needs lots of fail stacks, higher value Advice of Valks, and the randomness was a major pain point.
It's just changing. Less RNG. Dramatically less RNG. They are completely getting rid of those Advice of Valks boxes that gave you a random value within a range, like 15 to 25.
Oh, thank goodness. Those low rolls were soul-crushing.
Tell me about it. Now, those boxes are being replaced with items that give a guaranteed fixed and actually higher value Advice of Valks.
Higher? Like how much higher?
Using their example, that old 1525 box will now just give you a straight plus 30 Advice of Valks, no randomness, and a better outcome than the average, even better than the previous max sometimes.
Wow, that's a massive improvement. Makes planning enhancements so much easier. What about those enchanted scrolls?
Those are getting streamlined too. The scrolls for 100 fail stacks or lower, the ones you have to process with Blackstones first, they're gone.
Gone, replaced.
Directly replaced with equivalent or, again, higher value Advice of Vox. An enchanted scroll, plus 35 for example, will just become an Advice of Vox, plus 40.
Just straight up, no extra steps.
No extra steps. It applies everywhere you get these boxes, quest rewards, even the Black Spirits Adventure board game. The whole goal is making gear enhancement more straightforward, less fiddly, and ultimately more rewarding.
Okay, that's a fantastic quality of life change. Speaking of high-end gear and streamlining, let's talk Deborika rings. The Trial of Erythea is being removed.
Correct. That dedicated trial content is being retired.
Why now?
The reasoning is that the Deborika ring, which was the main prize there, is now obtainable through more diverse and frankly more accessible ways in the game. So the dedicated trial felt less essential.
Makes sense. So what happens if you have the old trial seals, the limbo seals?
Any existing forgotten limbo seals or weakened limbo seals will be automatically converted into new limbo boxes during the maintenance on September 10th. Expired seals just get deleted though.
Okay, new boxes. What's inside? How does this make getting the ring easier?
So both types of boxes give you an Erythea, Chest of Oblivion. The Forgotten box also gives 90 Erythea's Forgotten Legacy items. The Weakened gives 30.
Legacy items. What do they do?
The chest guarantees some Brightstones and Gold bars, plus 2 Erythea's Rare Legacy. The Forgotten Legacy items give Gold bars and a chance at Rare Legacy or Brightstones.
Okay, so the key is the Erythea's Rare Legacy.
Exactly. That Erythea's Rare Legacy item directly grants you the Deborika ring.
Directly, like just click it and get a ring.
Pretty much. And it can be up to P in grade, apparently, though obviously that'd be incredibly rare. But getting the base wing is now much more direct via these legacies from the boxes.
That is a huge shift in accessibility for one of the best rings. What about the Star of Oblivion items from that content?
Those will be converted into silver during the maintenance,
Good.
10 million silver each.
Decent chunk of change. Any other ways to get the ring added?
Yes, one more big one. The Deborika ring is being added to the Cool Shard exchange list.
Cool shards, how many?
100 cool shards for one Deborika ring.
Okay. So that provides another steady, predictable path for players who engage with that content. Wow, Deborika rings just got way more attainable.
Undeniably significant change, yeah. Opens it up to a lot more players.
Right. Now, let's circle back to Hunting Grounds for a sec. Orbita Castle. It's popular, but had issues.
It definitely had some stability issues and frustrating mechanics. The developers actually apologized for the inconveniences there.
So what's being fixed in this update?
They're confirming this update addresses various mechanics to make gameplay more stable and predictable. They've also slightly adjusted the difficulty, lowered the recommended DP and monster attack power a bit.
But the main thing was the gimmicks, right? The tombs, the
Yeah.
golems. That's where things got messy.
Exactly. And that's where the significant changes are. Things like destroying the Faith Tomb no longer accidentally kills other mobs it shouldn't.
Good.
Defeating the Tomb Guardian Golem also doesn't auto-kill Gravekeepers anymore. Gravekeepers die faster when you do complete the gimmick correctly. The Titan boss won't randomly despawn if a tomb's HP gets low.
So fewer bugs, more predictability.
Pretty much. Increased waiting time for the golem to appear after a tomb breaks. Gravekeepers aren't stunned by the lightning anymore. The lightning damage is way down.
Sounds like they really reworked the flow.
They did. Even the Titan reward gimmick triggers more times now, 12 instead of 6, but with longer waits between summons. It's all about making the grind smoother, more predictable, less prone to frustrating wipes or confusing failures.
Less wrestling with buggy systems, more fighting monsters.
That's the idea, letting you be efficient and focus on the actual combat.
And the loot from the Titan itself, any improvements there?
Yes. Increased quantity of lightless cores dropped,
Oh, good.
and significantly higher drop rates for true ruined Crystal of Destruction, up by about 34%, and crystallized energy of End up by about 18%.
Nice. So Orbita becomes more stable and more rewarding for those key progression items.
Correct. Plus some monster balance adjustments. The Golem has less HP, shorter attack delay, but also a 10-minute combat duration limit now, just fine-tuning the whole experience.
Okay, that sounds like a much-needed overhaul for Orbita players.
Yeah.
Now, onto a system I think a lot of people have been asking for. The all-in-one preset system.
Oh yeah, this is a big quality of life leap. Huge convenience factor.
So what exactly is it? What does it bundle together?
It's a unified system for managing multiple different game setting presets all at once. It lets you save a combination of your food and elixir rotations,
Okay.
your skill presets, your pet groups, your artifact sets, and your crystal presets all into a single profile.
Wow, okay. So you can swap all of that with one click.
That's the goal, yeah. One click swaps everything saved in that profile.
That must cut down on a ridiculous amount of fiddling and prep time.
Absolutely. Think about swapping between, say, your main PvE grinding setup, a dedicated PvP build with different crystals and skills, maybe even a life skill preset with different pets and food active.
Instantly switching between attack focus, defense focus.
Exactly. Or from combat to gathering. It minimizes prep time, eliminates digging through inventory, and just makes you way more adaptable across all the different things you do in the game.
That sounds amazing. Any limitations right now?
A couple mentioned, preset application can fail if something within it is on cooldown, like a skill, obviously.
Makes sense.
And currently, it's not available inside the Blast Shrine content. They also said it'll come to the Red Battlefield PvP mode in a future update, so not quite everywhere yet.
Still a massive step forward for convenience.
Fantastic. Okay, finally, let's just quickly touch on some general fixes and UI stuff. Polish, basically.
Sure. There are some specific animation corrections mentioned for a couple of classes, Lon and Deadeye, just making things look and feel smoother in combat.
Good. And for people working through the story.
Some improvements to how the adventure log navigation works, making sure you complete pages sequentially. Pathfinding for quests should only appear when you've actually met the conditions now. Less confusion there.
And a nice little touch. Auto recovery for HP, WP, SP during those combat cutscenes in the Edania main quests, so you don't come out of a cool story moment nearly dead.
Hey, yeah, that's helpful. Any general UI tweaks?
Yeah, the usual batch. An enhanced hunting ground info menu, a movable emoticon input UI, little things like that. Plus, various bug fixes, listed pathfinding glitches, getting stuck in terrain, visual effect errors, NPC appearance fixes, all the typical stuff aimed at delivering a smoother, more polished experience overall.
Just removing that friction from the journey.
Exactly.
Okay, wow. We have covered a ton today, a really comprehensive update from that dark unfolding story in Edenia's new regions, the pretty demanding challenges of those new bosses and thrones.
Right, all the way to those game-changing convenience features like the all-in-one preset and the much, much easier ways to get top gear like Dabreka rings now.
Yeah, these aren't just minor tweaks, are they? They seem to fundamentally change how you'll approach progression, combat, maybe even just your daily login routine.
I think so. They offer clearer, definitely more predictable paths to powerful items like the Daberekas or the enhanced artifacts. There's more strategic flexibility with the presets, and just a smoother overall journey with the bug fixes and QOL like the Advice of Valks changes.
It feels like the world of Black Desert is becoming more refined, more responsive.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Less friction, more focus on playing.
So with all these new tales to uncover in Edonia, thrones to fight for, gear to chase more easily, and the very nature of convenience being rewritten with presets, the final question for you, the listener, is how will you optimize your build, conquer these new challenges, and ultimately reshape your Black Desert adventure with all these powerful new tools and territories? That's all for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.